Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Merc with the mic.
What's going on? What's going on?
Chillin', Merc. What it is.
A lot of stuff. We had a shit ton of wrestling last week. Still this week as well, but now we going into a lot of figures being released and showing and making us look like we're gonna be broke. Um, and then some new video games as well. So you finished Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yes, I did.
Let's talk about it.
I'm very happy with it. At least, uh, issues aside, I'm happy with what I played. I actually really like the end. They call it the end game, but I like the last maybe few hours of the game because it really changes things up. And I think it leans even more into the berserk trope that a lot of Japanese medieval games have. So, have you ever seen like most of Berserk?
Yes, I know of Berserk, and I remember I played a couple of the old games.
So, do you remember what happens towards the end where the world is not the same world,
No.
where they like the demon world like comes up and whatever?
Okay, so
Griffin
yeah.
makes his choice and things flip around and like the skies are red and there's monsters everywhere. So that basically there's a moment in the game where something to that effect happens and basically transports you to murder world. So
Okay.
there's no mojo. Um, but I like it,
Nice.
and that's pretty cool. I just wish there was more added in that section. I feel like if they would have made it a bigger deal for you to explore the that that part of the game, I think it might have been better. That's about it. Because I feel like that part of the game, you don't need to engage with it. And I think that's the downside. Like you just have to do an objective, really.
Okay.
So you don't have to sit around when the world is like that. So
Okay.
you that's if you want to play and prolong the game. But if you just want to see what the end is like, it's like, oh, just do these things and get out of there. And it's like, oh wow, you don't really have to do this at all. Okay. Um, aside from that, I would just say that I they Capcom has said they are going to put out another patch, so I would like to see what that's going to look like. Uh, if they can further fix some performance things. That's about all I want. Like DLC, it is what it is. Let it come out. I played what 100 and something hours, so that's like a week's worth of playing the game.
That's a lot,
Time
yeah.
wise, I mean a lot of that. There are some idle hours. Like it's. I'll just put it to you this way, Mark. It is very easy to leave a game running in the background on PC. That's all I
Okay.
have to.
All right. So yeah, so it's not like a
You know what I'm
full.
saying? But I had fun and I'm not finished with it. It does have New Game Plus. And I am also looking into, because they have not put it in, there was a hard mode put into the last game, but that came with the DLC.
Okay.
So, so I am looking into checking out some mods because one of the ones I saw was a hard mode.
Okay.
Because the game, as far as I know, does not scale upwards when you New Game Plus it like Dark Souls.
Okay.
So it's just going to be you beating everything's ass until you get to a certain point. What I would like to do is kind of play it like Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, where if you play hard mode, it is everybody it's scaled up tremendously. So it's a pain in the ass. And you know, it's like, you know what? I would like to see what that's like. So I'll check out the mod. I'll get down on that and I'll let you know.
Yeah. I gotta get onto it. I started Final Fantasy Rebirth, so that's kind of taking my time, and I didn't realize how much open world that game is now. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is a lot.
Yeah, it's huge.
Dude, I'm on 10 hours and I did not do nothing. I just been walking around and then got my chocobo and just been driving.
Exactly.
I just been
Exactly.
opening the map and then I ran into a couple fights that I shouldn't have won and I won.
Exactly.
But I'm liking it. It's pretty. But Dragon's Dogma I gotta get back into. I did. I probably put in maybe 10 hours into it, and I was just doing random shit. I didn't even like look at the main stories. I was just like building and grabbing and taking shit. I would just grab shit and pretty much like that. But
Hmm.
I liked the sword and shield, and I think I liked the there's like a bow staff kind of fight stuff.
Early in the game, there's
So
you have to get to the double bladed thing. That's
yeah,
way later.
yeah,
But
yeah,
like early in the game, there's the bow, there's the two knives, that's the daggers. There's the
yeah,
big ass sword if you're a warrior. There's the and then there's the magician stuff.
yeah,
One is
yeah.
the mage, and then the other one is the sorcerer.
Yeah, so I kind of went with the sword and shield dude, and that's what I've been going with right now,
Hmm.
and that's been working for me. But
Yes.
I gotta get back into it. Again, I started Final Fantasy Rebirth, so I'm gonna try to go through that. Once I get like I've been working I got my portal to work outside of my house. So I might Dragon's Dogma might be my game that I play on the go kind of thing.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's where I might try to do because my schedule actually changes next week. So we'll see where it goes from there. But yeah, Final Fantasy Rebirth, very pretty game. Soundtrack is pretty dope, but I'm very early in the game because I just wander around and do nonsense.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
it's good so far. But also you said Double Dragon Gaiden has DLC. How's that going?
Wait, which one?
The Double Dragon Gaiden.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's actually pretty good. I think the characters are actually uh very well realized. They brought back two characters from Double Dragon 3,
Okay.
and then I don't know where Sunny is from. I don't remember. I don't know if you know the
Uh,
lost Lee brother or cousin, I think it is. He's got the bags under his eyes and he does the drunken style.
Double Dragon
So
Sunny.
like I don't know where Sunny Lee came from, but he's another character they put in. It's actually pretty good. I already liked it, but now it has drop in, drop out co-op, which is hit or miss because it's not that popular of a game, so it's not that many people staying. At first, it was mostly people dropping in, dropping out, and
Yeah.
not any stages. But as I've gone on, there's been more people who are there to play, and so I've had a few sessions where it's like it's just been me and somebody else, and we get to run through it. Because again, the way the game works is that you choose the order of the stages, but each stage gets progressively more difficult.
Yeah.
And then so the cool thing is that people don't realize that if you switch the stages and the orders, the bosses become higher profile bosses.
Yeah.
So, for instance, the first guy you usually fight is the machine gun guy, and he's like from the old game, Machine Gun Willie, right? So if you leave him alone, fight him first, he just shows up in a room, you fight him, bada boom, that's it. The more you push him back in the order, it changes where you fight him and then the thugs that are with him. If you push him to the final, like if you shuffle the order and he's the last regular boss that you fight,
Yeah.
it changed the fight completely because then he's in a helicopter. Like he's shooting from a helicopter and the screen is wide and the enemies like jump on the rooftop. Like it's a whole different boss fight than it was completely. So I actually I appreciate that a lot because that's a lot of thought put into it. So it's not just the same uh, rounds and little dudes walking on the same stage over and over again. It's different stuff. I'm like, okay, okay. I 100% give you all the credit for that. So I like that.
Cool. So Sunny debuted in Double Dragon 3.
What is he though?
He
Because
was a
he's not a
color
playable
swap
character.
for Billy and Jimmy.
Oh, okay, okay. He's in the arcade one, isn't he?
Yes, and then they made him a character himself as on the cabinet.
Yeah, because he's not in the NES one.
Yeah,
Gotcha, gotcha.
and then
He's
he
not in
was
the
also
NES
in
one or the
4.
Game Boy one. Hmm?
He was also in Double Dragon 4.
As what? Also a color swap?
He was unlockable character.
Or for Super Nintendo?
Was it Super Nintendo?
Because remember, Double Dragon 4, that's Super Double Dragon.
Yeah. Uh, it was the arcade version
There's an arcade version of Double.
that came out later on PS4, PC. Actually, no.
What?
This one came out PS4, PC, and Nintendo Switch in 2017.
And it's called Double Dragon 4?
Yes,
Wow. Wait. Hold on. Is that really bad game that I flushed? It might be.
it might be.
Oh boy. There was a Double Dragon game. I don't remember the name exactly. That came out on PC not that long ago. I had to flush that game. It was awful. And I think it might be Double Dragon 4. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That game sucks.
Yeah, Double
I'll be
Dragon.
honest. Double Dragon's had a hit or miss wrestling record
Yeah,
because they've. I'll be honest with you. The NES version of Double Dragon 3, I think, is one of the best Double Dragons of the old school games, right?
yeah,
The arcade and Game Boy versions of that game, I think, are complete hot garbage. Sorry. Super Double
yeah.
Dragon is good. And then there was a remake of Double Dragon 2 for like Xbox 360 or something like that. And I think that's the worst game I think I've ever seen put on an Xbox 360. You have to see this, Mark. I
Yeah,
am not, I'm not exaggerating. This is one of the most broken, ugly, just barren. Like it's bad.
yeah. Four is that bad one you're talking about.
And 4 is the bad one. Yeah,
Yeah,
4.
so
I played
2017.
4. I paid money for it. I didn't pay much money for it, but it's not good. Not good either. So,
Because I'm looking
and then
at
there's
the
Double Dragon Neon,
Neon. I love
which
Neon.
I think is great. So
Yeah, had a dope soundtrack too.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I remember the fighting game too. I think it was five.
There's two fighting games though. There's the American one, which I think you're talking about from the show, right?
Yeah, yeah. They had the characters from
And
the
that's
that
that
was
te-
five.
not
The Shadow.
technically in for all intents and purposes. It says 5 on the cover. It's
Yeah,
Double Dragon 5. But then there's the Neo Geo version, which is actually amazing.
yeah,
That's based on the movie.
yeah. And it says Double Dragon.
It's it's crazy. Have you seen that one playing?
No, I have not.
Like they
That's
have a
actually not.
Bobo in there, and he transforms into the big ugly Bobo.
Yeah, he's very. I'm looking at it now, and I'm like, I have never seen this game.
And it's got like the ninja from Double Dragon 3 in there. Like it's a cool game, and it didn't have to be. It could have been trash. It's even got what's one call it in there? She's a character. The girl that Alyssa Milano played from the game.
Yeah, I see her as the
Like
blonde
her
hair
version
chick.
of Marion. Yeah.
This was Double Dragon Neo Geo. This was 1995 one fighting game,
Yeah, that game is sick.
and it was in arcades as well.
I think it's called Rage of the Dragons.
It just says Double Dragon.
Okay. There's a version of it. I think it's called Rage of the Dragons.
Oh,
And
okay.
then, like there's a reason why like nobody knows what that game is because it's not in America. I believe it's not just called Double Dragon 6 or something like
Oh,
that.
okay.
hmm
All right, that's interesting. I
And then
learned
there's
something new.
Battletoads and Double Dragon also. I don't know if you played that.
The Super Nintendo one was great. Or no, the Sega Genesis one I think was the better one.
They're both good,
Yeah,
but the Nintendo one. Let's talk about that one.
yeah.
It's not bad.
It's not
It's
bad.
surprisingly not bad.
I think I liked the better graphics though. So I
Yeah,
think I played the Genesis. I think I still own the Genesis one.
and the music is way better
Yeah,
on those two. So
nice. The Double Dragon
hmm
still lives on.
still lives on. Surprised, but yep.
Have you watched the cartoon recently? Or even tried to watch to see what the cartoon was about?
No, I remember. I mean, but I watched it when it came out, so that doesn't really
Yeah.
count. I was young, and it's like I didn't have a choice.
Okay.
Like, put it this way, Mark? There's no Double Dragon cartoon. Do you want to watch the one that exists? I guess so.
It's not a bad cartoon. I'm just saying in general because I actually watched
No, it's not.
the pilot episode like not so long ago, and it was like it wasn't bad. It
No, it's
wasn't
charming.
good,
It's
but it wasn't
charming because it's
bad.
actually pretty funny. It's
I
it's it's humorous.
Yeah, I've seen some bad cartoons, so that's
Yeah,
especially during that time, they just do shit together.
I think that was better than Street Sharks. I'll put it that way. Like
I
I
would say
would
I
rather
enjoyed it
watch.
more.
I would rather watch an episode of Double Dragon than an episode of Street Sharks.
I think I got into the Double Dragon cartoon because I was able to get all the fucking toys at KB Toy Store for the three for $10.
Yep. I didn't. No, we didn't. We didn't buy them. We didn't. Me
And
and my cousin. We
and
didn't
the
buy them.
dragon motorcycle.
Oh yeah, and they had a car too.
Mm-hmm.
They have
The Dragon
vehicles.
Mobile.
That's something you gotta give them credit, man. Your figures had vehicles back in the day.
Even if it was a repainted of someone else's vehicle, it was a vehicle nonetheless.
Everybody had cars. The X-Men had cars.
Yeah.
Batman had cars. Spider-Man had cars. Spider-Man even got a license? Where'd you get a car from?
He had a buggy.
He had a buggy. He had like a helicopter thing. He
Funny.
had
That was a funny one, color swap one because of Toy Biz. It was a color swap. It was Spider-Man's Jeep was pretty much Wolverine's Jeep just painted red and
Wolverine's
blue.
G.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the Wolverine G.
Because you still had the bumps for the claws.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so Double Dragon did not have a car, but they had a tricycle motorcycle for the guys, and then no, they did have the car. They did have a car. They had a black car.
Hmm.
Remember that. And then they had the Shadow Lord, Shadow Master. He had a ATV.
That's odd. I don't think I ever saw him riding that.
I don't think he did right. I don't even think he had a vehicle. I don't remember him being outside the base.
No, he traveled through the
Yeah,
shadows.
yeah, yeah.
That was his thing. He would just show up somewhere.
He had a bike,
But I'm just saying, imagine a guy named Shadow Lord, and he's just cruising down the street with the top down
an
on a
ATV.
sunny day. It's just like, what?
It looks
What are you
cool.
doing?
It
What are
does
you
look cool.
doing? I want to feel the wind in my hair. All
Yeah,
right,
he has a lot of hair.
I know he does. All right, you gotta go.
The old school toys. I love them.
I mean, it reminds me again. That's the same time period of Biker Mice from Mars.
Yeah,
Same Moon Mesa, Stone Protectors. Um, what was it's like all the ones that had the figures. That was
yeah,
the time. Double Dragon was a part of that. Street Sharks just said
yeah.
like that was a specific time.
Tycho made their figures. I don't know
What else
what.
did they make?
I have no clue. Probably like
Because they
Paw
don't really.
Patrol cars.
Uh, true that. True that.
And I'm might getting it confused with another figure, another thing too. But they
It
made their.
wasn't Galoob, was it?
Huh?
It wasn't Galoob, was it?
No, it wasn't Gloop. It was somewhere else. Let me see. I just took the picture of it. Where is it? There it goes. And then,
I appreciate GameSpot telling me that the Demolition Man and Last Action Hero did not get a sequel that they deserved. I could.
um,
I don't know if you could do a sequel to Demolition Man. He blew Wesley Snipes up.
yeah, I don't see a
Spoilers.
sequel.
He's not coming back from that one
Yeah, that
unless
was a
they
one
clone
and
him.
done. You could have probably did Last Action Hero. I don't agree with Demolition Man.
Yeah, Last Action Hero. I'm trying to think because I mean technically he did beat that villain too,
Yeah,
but I think they did have the spoiler. I mean not spoiler. They had like the teaser. Like didn't the kid go back in?
yeah.
So like that. Yeah, yeah.
So you can do that, but Demolition Man, nah, nah.
No, Demolition Man has a definite, and I get that you might want to take John Spartan and have the continuing adventures of John Spartan, but then I would say, then you just are ignoring the fact that he is a space marine now, and you got to accept it
Yeah,
because he's Halo Man. I'm just saying that's who he is because I know that's the joke.
Yeah.
They took the inspiration for the name. His name is John the Spartan, so he's the Halo Man.
Yeah.
They don't say his last name, do they?
John Spartan?
No, no, Halo Man.
No.
Like his name is just John.
Yeah.
So
John, and
yeah,
then he has numbers.
yeah. So that's it. He's Sylvester Stallone
Yeah.
in that suit, John Spartan.
There you go. I don't agree with Demolition Man getting a sequel, but I do agree with a Last Action Hero.
Hmm.
I don't think
Hmm.
you can do that now unless you kind of now it'd be just a remaster, a
You can have the
remake of it.
kid.
He
You can
probably
have the
as old
kid.
as he's probably Schwarzenegger's age in that movie, or
I
older.
mean, it makes sense. He'd probably be in his 40s.
Yeah, probably.
Because remember, it's not that long ago. If you go 90s and you go now, that's at least 30s. All right.
Yeah.
Kid's at least in his 30s, maybe 40. Maybe, but he's young.
And
Probably 30s.
let's see if he's alive. No, he's alive. Has
Yeah.
he
Put
done
him.
anything?
Oh, the kid. Oh, yeah, that's
He's
true.
42.
Oh, that's
He's
how old he is?
Yeah, he's 42. He hasn't done anything um after Last Action Hero. Well, he did like a Christmas movie.
There you go.
That was it.
Put him in.
And the rest he doesn't do shit. He's kind of like
I I have no ill will against Kristen Dunst,
yeah.
but there's a special thing on IMDb showing child stars then and now, and she's making the same deadpan face as a kid as she does when she's an adult, and I'm just like, I can't.
Yep.
It's the wrong picture to show.
That face hasn't evolved. It's the
That
same face.
same deadpan face, that same face that makes me go, "How did you get to be Mary Jane?
Yeah.
What?"
Sam Raimi was on drugs.
Sam Raimi just being a nice guy.
He's like, "Aye, fine. It's fine." All
How
right.
did you get to be her again?
Oh man. Yeah, so a lot of figures have been showing up. Target has the Holocon that just started this month, so every Friday they release new figures on their website. So if you Google Holothon, they'll tag you to the link of Target that will have it. So this week was the Punk Turtles. So if you watched the first two Ninja Turtle episodes, there was a scene that they were in leather jackets and dancing with a boombox. Those are the figures.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I did. I got my hands on them. I'm excited. I actually been wanting them to make these, so now all I need them to do now is Donatelli. And I feel like the Turtles could do a 4 pack of the Mafia suits they had. They had these suits that had the conflicts and shit. So I think that's something they could do.
Yeah, why not?
So yeah, week one was those the foot soldiers from the comic. It had a Hello Kitty thing and some of the Shredder things from the comic. I don't really collect the comic stuff, so but those are the first week. Second week, Friday, getting another bunch of figures that will be out. This goes through all the companies, so it's not just NECA. It's Kid Robo is Mattel is Hasbro. It's a bunch of other stuff. So stay keep your eyes poked. If you go on the Red Cycling page, I post up all the links. The new figures are popping up and stuff, so they'll be up on there. Other
Gotcha.
talking about other figures, Marvel Hasbro had an announcement for Marvel Legends figures this week, and this is the 42 anniversary. Is it 42? No, Marvel Legends series. They announced Ghost Rider 85-year anniversary. So they have Ghost Rider with the motorcycle. Looks pretty dope. He comes with the motorcycle. You have a 2 pack of Iron Fist and Luke Cage. They look for the Heroes for Hire get ups that came out. Yeah, Warbird, which is aka Miss Marvel, the original black suit, and it looks really dope. I don't know. Sakaar, which is Hulk's son, and then the
Oh,
one, huh?
I said okay. I
And
never seen.
then
Yeah, I never read anything about it.
yeah,
That
it
character.
was part of the Planet Hulk storyline.
Mm-hmm.
The one I caught eye that I thought you will like is the Superior Spider-Man. It looks really dope. And
Yeah, he's.
then the Astonishing X-Men Wolverine.
I'm mad he doesn't have the claws though. Is that the same one with the new claws? Or
No,
is that not the new one? Because the suit looks like that suit.
no, it's the Astonishing X-Men. So he didn't have the new claws in this one,
All right, all right.
but he does have extra hands. That one that has no claws and one that has claws.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So that's what they announced. If you're a Marvel Legends person, you're about to go broke. I think they're exclusive to Target as well. No, Miss Marvel's exclusive to
Okay.
Target.
All right. That's not bad.
So there you go. But yeah, those are all the toy stuff. There's a lot more, but I'm trying to pinpoint them of what we collect and stuff. You want to get into this movie, or you have anything else?
I'm trying to think. No, no, no. I don't think. I would just like to point out, screw you, Hasbro Pulse, taking my money. Well, we already worried about Power Town taking our money too.
Yeah.
Just saying. uh, let's see.
What did they take from
Power Town's got me about ready to order that Jordan Grace. I'm just
you?
saying. Just saying. He said pre-orders are going up soon. They
Yeah.
high quality figures, high
Yeah.
quality. So I understand. A little too, little, not too. They were a little pricey, meaning I'm not going to be able to get as many and feel good about it. Just put it that way. But like you said, there's four of them, and I think I'm gonna have to make a decision, right? So
Yeah. Like I'm looking at
I
that
want
too.
Moose. I want Moose,
Yeah.
but if I have to pick one for the price, I'm gonna get Jordan.
I will say, like honestly, because I'm not the biggest Eddie Edwards fan. I give him credit. I respect the dude, but I'm not the biggest fan of him. Or Josh Alexander. I just started getting to like him, so I would have waited for him as well. If they would have put like I'll say Chris Bay
Oh
and
yeah, yeah,
Ace
yeah.
Austin,
ABC. Yeah, yeah.
I would 100% buy the 4 pack.
All right, yeah, that's messed up.
Just because I think their style is dope and they would have made dope figures. But hopefully
Mm.
they can continue. Shit, I probably would have looked at a PCO if they actually had one too.
If they
But
would have made uh ABC, if they would have made a Rosemary,
Rosemary would be cool looking too.
if they would have made, I want Soo Young to come back just so she can get one. I'm just saying. Um, if they would have made a Trinity, I know they can't, but if they would have made a Trinity,
They
if they
could
make
have
Mickey James,
Mickey James.
if
I would
they
look.
make Mickey James, I hope she's like a Legends category for that type of figure because she doesn't have a high quality figure. I just realized all this
No,
time
she
she's a
doesn't.
legend and she does not have a high quality figure. She
She,
needs one.
she's not in the Hall of Fame yet either, which I'm surprised. But
Any?
then again, it depends on if the person wants to be in the Hall of Fame because they're
Yeah, that's
still
true.
active.
That's true. That's true. I mean, she could pull a Rey Mysterio.
Yeah,
She'll
but
get
it's up to them. Like I feel like some people don't want that jinx on them kind of thing. Like they don't want to like oh I'm a Hall of Fame and then they get hurt right away and I'm like oh shit I shouldn't have jinxed it and some shit.
I don't know. Ray can blame Dominic for that.
Yeah,
Just saying.
but yeah,
Um,
Mickey James don't have figures like that. I'm surprised.
she needs a high quality figure, man.
Yeah, she even her last run she didn't get a figure. Now
Does
I'm
she
thinking
does she
about it.
even does she even have an ultimate or no?
She has no ultimate. They didn't
You
make
see what I'm
her
saying?
at all. She's not even thought of. I don't
So
even think
no,
Trish
so
has one.
no company. Oh yeah, there's no
She has an
Trish.
elite. She has an old elite, like probably early on
It's just that
elites.
she was gone before they started making them like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it makes sense.
but she doesn't have that many figures. I think she has I think she has the Jack Pacific ones, but I don't think. I honestly, I don't even think she has one.
Yeah,
Mickey,
she needs to get one. Her and Gail Kim need to get one.
yeah, Awesome Khan would be cool.
Awesome Kong need to get
but it
yeah.
also
Oh
won't
yeah,
be
and that in the Power Town style, an Awesome Kong would probably look ridiculous.
yeah a WWE elite or basic because she might have a basic and not an elite either.
Mm,
She has a basic.
okay, that's not that's not good.
She was originally supposed to be an elite 58, and then she never. I don't think it came out. Actually, no,
That's
she
not
had
good.
elite 58. That was her last figure.
Which outfit was that?
It was the one that she returned in with fighting Asuka on NXT, but she came with the women's title.
Oh, oh, that's a good one. All right.
Yeah, I actually had to look for that. But that set consists of the bar. It has Matt Hardy, it has Dean Ambrose IC title, and it has Braun Strowman.
And when's he coming back? When's Braun Strowman
I
coming
think he's
back?
gonna be part of the Wyatt. They've been teasing Uncle Stanky.
Okay. Oh, all right. All right.
Yeah, but yeah, Mickey James hasn't had a figure since her last run. She didn't get a figure.
Somebody get on the phone with Mickey.
Yeah, that I think that would be cool. But again, like I respect Josh Alexander, but he's not a person I'll buy a figure of. And then Eddie Edwards, I get the detail. Like he has a lot of like he wears jackets, he wears shirts and stuff like that. So a lot of it looks cool, but I'm not a fan of him, so I don't care. Moose, I definitely would probably look at, and the other thing with Moose, I would like the old TNA title with him, the one that he brought back,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah.
I would like that with him. But I think he just has the new TNA title. But I like the robe and everything like that. And then Jordan Grace, I just want. I'm happy that she's getting a figure. So,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
yeah, I do have the Power Town. I have the Cardona and Myers 2 pack. So that was from, but that was not part of the TNA. That was just Power Town making. I think those are the first two current wrestlers that they made. But you'll see. Toys are gonna make us broke.
Do it.
Yep, yep. But yeah. But other than that, we got go to the comic book theater. And this week's movie is Captain America: Civil War.
Civil War, which is ironic because that movie Civil War just came out,
Yeah,
so it was kind of annoying hearing people talk about that. I'm like, what?
y'all watching Captain America too?
Exactly. It's funny. Some people who are watching those movies recently, I
Yeah,
just realized I think it's like the anniversaries of some of them. There's some type of anniversary regarding one of those movies, one of the Captain Americas. I forgot
I,
which one.
it probably
It was probably Winter
Winter
Soldier,
Soldier.
but I
Yeah,
don't think it was the first one.
yeah, Winter Soldier came out like April, I think.
Okay. Okay.
So we got May 6, 2016. This
Man,
movie
let me
came out.
tell you, I got you. It's PG-13. We got 2 hours 27 minutes. It didn't feel that long. Look at that, Fantastic Four, hour 40 movie that felt like it was 3 hours.
Yeah.
Uh, this one is directed by Anthony Russo, Joe Russo.
Yep.
We don't have to go too much into them. Writers Christopher Marcus, John McFeely, Joe Simon is the credits because Joe Simon's one of the originators.
Yes.
Good to see them give credit. Let's go to the stars. We
Everyone.
have everyone. We have
Everyone.
we have Chris Evans as Steve Rogers slash Captain America. We have Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark slash Iron Man. Scarlett Johansson as Natasha Romanoff slash Black Widow. Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes slash Winter Soldier. Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson slash Falcon. Don Cheadle as Lieutenant James Rhodes slash War Machine. Jeremy Renner as Clint Barkin slash Vartan slash Hawkeye. You have Chadwick Boseman, R.I.P., as T'Challa slash Black Panther. We have Paul Bettany as Vision. He is only one character. we we have Elizabeth Olsen as Wanda Maximoff slash
And
Scarlet Witch.
he's the voice of Jarvis.
but not in this movie.
No, okay.
They don't have him quoted. They don't have him uh
Quoted as it, yeah.
credited for for Jarvis. Paul Rudd as Scott Lang slash Ant Man. Emily Van Camp as Sharon Carter. Tom Holland as Peter Parker slash Spider Man. The MVP of the movie, Daniel Bruhl as Zemo. We know him as Baron Zemo.
Yes.
Frank Grillo as Brock Rumlow slash Crossbones. William Hurt as Secretary of State Thaddeus Ross. Is this his? So did we change here or did he pass?
He passed later on.
So this is like his. Is this his last?
No, his last one was
2022, so 2 years ago.
um no, his last one was
Was
he
when
was in
no, it was when he's passed. He passed 2 years ago.
yeah.
So R.I.P. to William Hurt. But I'm just trying to remember.
He was in the last the Captain America series, and he was in the TV show, the Captain America Falcon. He was in there,
If he was in Winter Soldier
and
and
then
Falcon
he was
show.
in another
Gotcha.
one too. I know he was in something else that was the current of the MCU.
Okay, okay. So we still have him
Endgame. Yeah,
active
he was
for
in
the.
Endgame.
He was in. Okay, okay. Martin Freeman as Everett K. Ross. We have Marissa Tomei as May Parker.
Yeah, I love
John
Marissa Tomei.
Canny as King T'Chaka. John Slattery as Howard Stark. Hope Davis as Maria Stark. Alfred Woodard as Miriam. And I think that's about it. Because now we got Super Soldier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we could talk about. Oh, you have Anne Russo, Zemo's wife.
Yeah, there you go.
Interesting. I didn't realize that's who that was. Let's see. Anybody else? We got like
Stan Lee, FedEx driver.
FedEx. There you go. Stan the man.
Actually, Joe
Was
Russo,
but
Doctor Moranis.
because I was gonna ask for this movie, there has to be other people who aren't main characters, like cameos and stuff in this movie.
Hmm. So yeah,
Uh,
one of the
I'm
directors.
just trying to see because there definitely were some other people like that were alluded to. Just trying to see if I can find anybody.
Mm,
Mm, No, I don't see. Mm, no, I guess. I guess not. I'll
yeah.
just leave it. Um. So what do they say now for the synopsis? We have political involvement in the Avengers' affairs causes a rift between Captain America and Iron Man. That is very vague and has nothing to do exactly with what happened. So there was a mission in, I believe it was in Africa.
Sokovia.
I don't know if it was South Africa,
Yeah.
right? The one they
Yes.
were at. I'm talking
They
about
were
in the
in Africa.
beginning.
Yeah, yeah,
I know Sokovia is the
yeah.
isn't that the last movie we saw?
Yeah,
Sokovia?
that was the act. That was the name of the act that they did in the movie. So that's where I got
Yes.
confused. But yeah, they were in South Africa.
So they're in South Africa in this movie. In the beginning, they have a mission. Um, Crossbones and his crew are doing some dirt, but this basically it looks like it's their roundabout way, at least for Crossbones, to try to kill Captain America.
Yeah.
Because regardless of what the mission is, he breaks off, and that's what he ends up doing. 'Cause, like he's trying to go after Cap for the revenge for, like he said, dropping a building on my face.
Yeah.
So, um, we have that part in the beginning, but here's my issue, and here's the catalyst to what's going on. Crossbones blows himself up, and Scarlet Witch, to save Captain America, because he was stunned by what had happened, she floats him up in the air, and the explosion just so happened to be close enough to one of the neighboring buildings to like blow up and just destroy. It looks like the almost the entire top half of that building. Like one is only one side, so it doesn't come down or anything. But there were people in there, and they died. And that is like part of basically it's a straw that broke the camel's back that pushed Thunderbolt Ross to bring to them what do they call it, the Wachovia Accords, I think it is,
Yes.
because that is what the UN in that world has decided needs to be actions that need to be taken against empowered heroes is what they call them because of the carelessness that they show when they are fighting crimes or fighting world-ending threats. I feel two ways about that because they try to blame Hulk on that, but when you take it, Hulk jumping into the building out of context, it looks terrible.
Yeah.
When you put it back in context, you go, "Come on, bruh. There was a giant space snake in the sky slamming into buildings. How are you gonna try to get Hulk on this?"
They're
That's just
like,
what I'm
cause he's
saying.
green. We don't like green people.
We all like more racism. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Um.
Um,
Good.
some of the cases look a little like they pushed. I'm just saying in terms of in-universe storytelling, it looks like they were trying to
Yeah.
push back against heroes for this one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know if that seemed entirely justified, but it is what it is. Now here's my problem, Merc. Here's my problem. This is an MCU movie. This is an MCU movie,
Yeah.
and they did a good job developing the characters. Why you kill Crossbones? Why would you kill Crossbones?
There's they like whatever.
Why wouldn't you just let Crossbones get away?
Yeah.
That's not how Crossbones doesn't kill himself.
Yeah.
Crossbones is not suicidal.
Yeah.
Crossbones does not take out Captain America by killing myself. He wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
He's also a super soldier. Or we know this is a different origin story, but
Yeah.
he's a soldier of fortune. In this universe, live to fight another day.
Yeah.
Why would you kill yourself?
Yeah. That made no sense.
I don't. That was like my one little. That seems oddly not characteristic this of the MCU because they hold on to people.
Yeah.
You never know when you get a little Crossbones cameo in the
Yeah.
future. Just saying, don't kill people. Um, but other than that, this is what starts the catalyst for the movie. So I did not read Civil War, so I don't have all the facts, and I can't really compare it to the books.
It's.
So
I will
this is
say.
this is I don't have that comparison, so I can't make the comparisons really.
So
So I
there's no
can't judge
comparison.
this movie on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no comparison. Civil War in the comics is a completely different story than Civil War in the movie. Like
Okay.
the movie makes sense because of the MCU and what they've been building. As in,
Yes.
if they would have kind of did they, it would have been a whole different story if they did the Civil War off the comic, because there's again a lot of other things. It was more of it was like superhero in trainings. It was the New Warriors, right? They went to save a bus and shit, and this character Nitro fucking exploded and killed everyone or hurt everyone inside. So basically, they blamed the New Warriors for not being professional and not being smart enough to get the villain out the way and causing the casualties. So they blamed them for it. So that had Iron Man and Captain America saying that, hey, we need to take blame for what causes things like that. And Captain America was like, yeah, but I understand that you want to do that, but all these guys that we work with and care for, they have families behind there. He didn't want them to show their identities because again, it puts their families at risk and shit like that. And again, Iron Man is like, no, we should be all mask and be under a guideline and have perfect, like, make sure they're trained and things like that. And then Captain America was like, no, a lot of these guys do it because that's what they do. They know what they want to do and be good at it and shit like that. But that was the pretty much the premises of it. A big casualty happened that they blamed the New Warriors for, and then Captain America and Iron Man kind of go back and forth with it. But even though Captain America disagrees, Iron Man still going strong with the for that new rule and that casualty and shit. Which Atlantis were having all them fight and choosing sides and whatnot.
And I mean, I understand they couldn't do it
Yeah,
because at this point in history, which we'll look back on and say, even though we got good movies, you guys were really stupid because they were still no mutants.
Yeah.
New Warriors are mutants.
Yeah. Well, half of
And I
them are.
know, well, yeah, yeah, and I know the one that was like the most effective was Speedball, and
Yeah.
then that the event caused him to turn into a different character.
But yeah, Pelican or some shit. Like he was like fucking feeling the pain. And that's how he
Uh,
used the power and shit.
yeah, I think it was Penance. I think it was.
Yeah,
Like he was
penance.
the guy with the mask that had no face, that had like the spikes that pointed
Yeah,
inwards.
and
Because
he.
the only reason I know is because he's in Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah.
So that's like,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So
so like
Ultimate Alliance
some
actually
of
did
the
a
events.
decent job of telling that story.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I know.
So,
I give that game credit for that.
yeah. So
Um.
so that's the comic book
So like
version.
yeah. So like that, I don't have any of that preconceived to judge this movie off of, just to judge it as its own thing. Um. So the story that they told here, I again, I don't really have issues with what they showed me.
Yeah.
My biggest gripe, pretty much, was Crossbones trying to suicide bomb Captain America. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Um, if I look throughout the entire movie, I think most of the characters they did a very good job. But also, you kind of have to put into perspective that these are continuing movies,
Yeah.
so they had already did a lot of the work
Yeah.
to make the characters fleshed out.
Yeah.
So it's like Scarlet Witch, this is her finally being like a complete hero, but she's not a mystery to me because we just watched the last movie where she built her character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Same thing with Vision. He didn't just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Same thing with Falcon. Same thing with Ant. Like literally every character. And I think that's a credit to the studio.
Yeah. Yeah. They all had their
They
backstory
every
already.
character is fleshed out.
And then
So
Spider Man just
nobody's like,
makes it
who?
easy. Yeah.
What? No. And yeah, Spider-Man is basically the icing on the cake.
Yeah, yeah. Spider Man's just Spider Man. You everyone knows Spider Man, so they didn't really have to even do an origin on him. You know who he is. You know what he could do, and there you go.
Hmm. I also like how they intro, because this is the introduction of the Tom Holland Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I also give them credit because this is how they introduce Aunt May into the story.
I
I mean,
love Marissa
we know her
Tomei.
as hot Aunt May.
Yeah,
Um,
I
but
love
like,
Marissa Tomei.
yeah, but like she's again, this is how we introduce
Yeah.
the world to those characters who are gonna be in like a movie very soon.
Yeah.
So again, you're not really left in the dark about anything in this movie, even though it's a ton of characters.
Yeah.
So I got to give a lot of props to that, and I think that kind of is like the blueprint. If you want to make an ensemble movie, like I'm not saying everybody who makes an ensemble thing, like if they say there's an image thing and they want to make like a Wildcats and stuff,
Yeah.
they're not gonna have the grace period to make 6 movies to
Yeah.
introduce each Wildcat. I get that. I get that. But when you're as big and as popular as Marvel, and they had all that time,
Yeah.
I think they did a very good job leading up to this and then eventually to Endgame.
Yeah. Because what we saw in DC,
Oh yeah, we
they
just got
tried.
off a DC movie,
They
and they
tried.
did a very bad job because they only got half the characters.
Yeah.
Not for nothing, Justice League came out before the Flash movie.
Yeah. A lot, or way before the Flash movie.
Way before the Flash.
And then his first appearance was in Batman vs Superman, which you barely saw him. You saw him like for 2 seconds. And then if you watch the director's cut, you saw him for like 5 minutes.
So if we put it into perspective, in comparison of them introducing the characters,
Yeah.
they introduced Superman first, right? For
Yeah.
that universe, they introduced
Man of Steel,
Superman.
yeah.
They introduced Wonder Woman second.
Batman.
No, no, no. I'm talking about in terms of that universe is the movies.
Batman. Because Batman vs Superman, Batman is the first character you see in the Batman vs Superman movie.
So wait, Batman vs Superman is before Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
So she's not even introduced yet,
No,
and she was in that movie.
that was her first appearance.
Okay. Got you.
Her movie is supposed to take place before that movie, but
Before the movie, yeah.
But it's she was there first.
And Aquaman
It
came
was
out
first
after.
appearance, yeah.
Okay.
Everything came out after.
Yeah, they just did it wrong.
Yeah. As in,
Sorry to say it.
we were talking about MCU, they already had like 2 phases already
Yes.
with the
Yes.
characters.
And
And
it's
had
because they
characters
knew what
that-
they wanted to
yeah.
do.
Yeah. And also had characters that did not have to be there because again they were in elsewhere.
Yeah, and it's just that again, this is not really to dig on the other movie. It's because this is the movie we saw right after Batman versus Superman. It's just the fact that they made minor characters matter. And I don't even say minor as in they're minor. They're just like the B tier heroes. They made we already know about Iron Man, but we'll go past that,
Yeah.
right? They made Falcon matter.
Yeah.
They continue to make Hawkeye matter.
Yeah.
They made Ant Man pretty much up there with everybody else.
And that was his no, that was his second
For a
appearance
second,
because he
because
had the
we
movie.
watched
Yeah,
we
yeah,
watched
yeah, he
Ant
had
Man
the movie.
before
Yeah,
this,
that's
but again, it's just like they did it right, and they did right by every character.
true. Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, dude.
Yeah, the first appearance as T'Challa too, and that was his first appearance.
Good God,
Yeah, he was a great character.
good God.
I had a little.
That's one of my favorite lines in the movie was
Yeah,
when him and Scarlet, whatchamacallit, are sitting outside,
yeah,
and he's just staring off into the distance after his father got killed,
yeah,
and Black Widow's she's trying to say something to him, and then he's just like, I'm going to kill him with my own hands.
there you
Just like, and he puts the ring on.
go.
Bruh. Jesus.
I liked how they brought him in. I had back and forth with the story, just in general, just the fact that it just how like again, it kind of gave me the whole Martha shit with Iron Man's mother and stuff like that. Then Captain America not knowing, and then finding out but doesn't say anything, and that kind of brings the drama between them two, and him trying to OD protect Winter Soldier because he trying to help him out, but it's a lot of things with that. But when it comes to everything else, like the fight scenes and things like that, I think everything hits. Spider-Man, fucking coming in was amazing, and just how his interaction with everyone and his
Mhm.
interaction with Captain America, his interaction with Winter Soldier and Falcon, I thought was all great, and it was a fun movie. It's a fun movie overall. I had little issues with the storyline, but other than that, it's a strong movie. It's a better Avenger movie than the Avengers.
Yeah, I could definitely say that. This is probably like the best ensemble movie that they did with all the characters.
Yes, beyond the Infinity Endgame
Like
shit. Yeah.
even the last Avengers movie, the last two, first one and then the last one,
Yeah,
this one is better.
I agree. I agree with
It's
that.
not it's not an Avengers movie either. It's a Captain America movie, but I'm just saying like this is the best Avengers movie I feel.
No, I agree. I agree 100%. And this is what brought the Russos to do Infinity War and Endgame because how good they made their movies. Because again, Winter Soldier is still probably one of my favorite MCU movies. Period.
Hmm.
So,
I agree.
what do you rate Civil
This one I'm
War?
gonna give a 4.75.
4.75.
Yep.
Your 4.75s consist of Dark Knight, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Put it after Dark Knight.
All right.
I think Spider-Man put him over the edge.
Yeah.
Like to put it over Guardians for me. I think Spider-Man interacting with all the heroes was like, yeah, they got it right.
Yeah.
They got it
I
right.
think the same thing.
Young, just not knowing what I'm doing. Spider-Man
Yeah.
is like the funniest shit. It really is.
I'm going. I'm going 4.75 as well. I really like the movie. Again, beyond the little things I have problem with the story, the main story arc and stuff like that. Again, it's still probably one of the better superhero movies. Period, and it's better than a lot of other things that we have watched already. So yeah, I'm gonna go 4.75, and it's right over Guardians, and I love Guardians too. I like this more than Dark Knight, and I like Dark Knight.
I just really like. I think that's like the best Batman movie ever made.
Yeah, yeah. So
I really do.
yeah, I agree with that. But I do like this more than that. I will watch it. I will watch this movie more than I will watch Dark Knight, even though
Oh,
I like Dark Knight.
I just wanted to tell you that Tubi upgraded. Did you know the Batman is on Tubi?
Yes, it's on
I have
Netflix
to
too.
watch that.
It's good.
Yeah, but I'm not paying for Netflix.
It was a good cartoon. I watched the
No,
whole
the
series.
Batman, the show.
The
I mean,
show.
the last movie.
Oh, the last movie. That was really good.
the movies on Tubi, like the upgrade is you gotta check out the list.
Yeah.
They got crazy stuff on Tubi right now.
The Batman, that's the one with the Robert Patterson.
Yes.
That's a really good one. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I thought it was really well done.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good one to watch. The animation, the Batman cartoon, is actually really good too.
Oh, okay.
That's the one the Jackie Chan Adventures
The
artist
art
did.
style, yeah, and that's voiced by was that Will Arnett? Oh, that not that one.
No, that's Lego Batman.
That's oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
I
who's the guy? Diedrich Bateman, I think it is. Is that him or is that Brave and the Bold?
That's Brave and the Bold.
Oh, okay, okay. I don't know the yeah, I don't know the Batman voice for this one.
I don't know who talked Batman in the Batman, but I'll tell you right now. The Bat. Oh, I just sent you a picture on Twitter. Take a look at
Mm.
it before
Oh,
we end,
they got
guys.
the Moo Mesa. All right,
Yeah.
all right. That's something different. Where did that lady come from? I don't remember her from the show.
She was in it. She was probably one of the main characters.
I just remember the three guys because those
Yeah.
are the ones they had the original toys
I'm
from.
a little mad there's not the three guys, and it's a villain, it's the main dude, and it's the girl. I
I'm
kind of
not
wanted just
I'm
the
not
three.
mad if they're gonna keep going,
Yeah,
but you really should have had the three bros as
I
the.
agree. Reno Romero talked to Bruce Wayne and Batman.
No, I don't know
Kevin,
who that is.
yeah, Kevin Michael Richards talked to Joker in this one. He had like the long braids and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah. Ming Na Wen was Detective Ellen Yin. That woman's in everything. She's in DC. She's in Star
She
Wars. She's in
is
Chung
a
Li. She's
goddamn superhero.
yeah,
Respect on her name.
but yeah. So yeah, Cowboys Moon Mesa just announced Nacella Toys. They did the Biker Mice for Mars remaster figures. They showed the of Moon Mesa. I will probably just get the main character
Okay.
and and see if they do the other two.
Yeah.
That big dude is looks really cool. It's just I don't like again. I never really watched it. I just want them for just aesthetics of just having them with the other 90 cartoons that I did because I did pre-order the Street Sharks even though I didn't want to. I was like, fuck, let me just get them. I just got the two sharks though.
Gotcha.
I didn't get the
Gotcha.
villain. But anyway, we wrap this up.
Wait, before we go, did we talk about the Street Sharks? Because then they put out like a commercial recently for the toys.
Yeah, we talked about it when it came out when they released it.
Oh no, I'm thinking about the Vin Diesel thing. Okay,
Oh
so
yeah.
the thing I saw was the cosplay I sent you.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Somebody was like, "This is me and the boy. This is me and who," and I meant to point out the little Vin Diesel puppet on
Yeah.
the shark's hand
Okay.
because that's a throwback to the commercial where Vin Diesel had the shark puppet on his hand.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what a cosplay, man! That was awesome.
People are creative, man. I always give the cosplay community creativity like credit because they become up some random shit.
Yeah, I would
It's
have never
great.
thought about that.
Yep, yep. All right. We wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. That wait, what else?
WordPress.
That's it. You got WordPress? Yeah, that's it.
WordPress.
Did I say SoundCloud? So
Yeah.
I'm thinking I missed
You
something.
said
Okay,
SoundCloud. And you didn't say WordPress.
gotcha.
There
WordPress.
you go.
All right. So where you at, Mark?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitch, and TikTok, or Mark the Mic. I plan to get back into streaming, so very soon I'll probably make a schedule up and try to get back into it because my schedule is changing from work from mornings instead of working at night. So I may have time to actually stream a bit, and I'm gonna try to just play around with Dragon's Dogma and have people fucking help me how to play this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple other games. I'm playing Final Fantasy 7 and stuff like that. So definitely check that out when I get a chance. And I'm gonna try to set up on my TikTok too in order to do stream as well. So check that out and stay tuned for that. Check out all the other casts. We have the Shell Shock podcast, the Not a Trekkie, the Gamer Rage, and the Morphin Cast. We should have a new Morphin Cast soon. Also, we had recorded not tracking all that stuff. So basically, those new episodes are up. So definitely check those out and check out our past episodes if you want to know any of our movie reviews of the Gets Better Straight podcast. We do have a playlist on SoundCloud. If you want to go through the movies we reviewed, it's all in that playlist. Even the ones that we did the 1978 to 2000. It's all on there. So definitely check it out. Peace out. Laters.